And if you see how probably the best way people have seen how the semiconductor has affected their everyday lives is what's happened if you want to buy a car or a used car even. You know, there are people now, because of the shortage of the semiconductors with the auto industry. I mean, the new cars, they sell immediately at sticker price, sometimes even higher, but they're selling at less volume just because less is being produced. But then, because there's not as many new cars, there's a huge demand for used cars. There's actually people whose cars appreciate in value now. It used to always be said the minute you take a new car off a car lot, it goes down in value. It's not a good investment. It really hasn't been historically. Now you actually have people paying more, and people are making money off selling used cars. That's all tied back to what's happening with these semiconductors and with the chips. And so, and I think that will probably work itself out in the somewhat near future from the people I've talked to in that industry. But just think, if something were to happen with Taiwanese production, you know, it could throw this whole thing into a tailspin. So we have some vulnerabilities in this regard, and what we're doing here, I think, today recognizes that, and I'm excited that Florida is able to be part of the solution. So, and one of the things, if we can continue to expand what is produced here in Florida and manufacture in this regard, we would like to be able to have some auto manufacturing. We see that there's a lot of places throughout the Sun Belt that have been able to do that, in states like South Carolina and in Tennessee and Alabama. We would like to be able to do that. You know, we have talked with some companies over the years, but I think this could be kind of an added benefit, both in terms of what's being produced, which is important for that industry, but then also just the emphasis that it shows that we have placed on career and technical education, which is really something that's going to be increasingly important as we go on. So we have to start standing up as Floridians and Americans. We cannot be captive. Key sectors of our economy should not be captive to some of these foreign nations, particularly outfits like the Communist Party of China. And then even when you have allies like Taiwan, how that could impact, if there was a disruption there, could throw a lot of this for the loop, even more than we've already seen over the past year and a half. So the more we have this capacity within our own country, but particularly within our own state here in Florida, the more opportunities there's going to be for people, and the more secure both our economic supply chains will be and our national security. So this is an important announcement. I think it's going to make a big difference, and really this is just the beginning. We'll be doing a lot more in the coming weeks, months, and years.